Okay, hello everybody. This will be a sort of a kind of unboxing, kind of personal look on this product. This is the, I don't know if I can pronounce it correctly. This is the Gyenno Spoon. It's meant for patients that, or for people that have problems with shaky hands and maybe Parkinson related issues. I'm not exactly sure how they should develop, but people that have trouble eating normally because they would have shaky hands. And I'm doing this video mainly because I haven't really seen many people do a personal take on something like that. And most of the videos that I've seen on YouTube were people, they were like takes on of advertisements from the company itself, or things that didn't really look like somebody shot it from their personal perspective and were more like targeted. So I wanted to, yeah, to share with the internet how the thing actually would probably function. I myself don't really have the problem, but I'm buying this for a family member. And yeah, I think I have a couple of things I want to test anyway with it and see if it actually kind of like works, if it corrects vibrations and stuff like that before I gift it to this family member. So let's unbox this and see if it works at all, how it works. Hopefully it will be helpful for somebody else trying to get an idea of whether they want to purchase it as well. So you have to excuse me, this is my very first video and I'm also not a native speaker, so I'm hoping that the audio is good and all that, and I'm understandable enough. Let's see. Oh yeah, I could actually open it here from the side. I bought it from Aliexpress. It arrived fairly quickly to Germany. I think I even received it in an Amazon box, so I'm kind of curious how that happened. But anyway, it's like, I don't think this is super relevant in this case now. The box itself feels kind of premium, kind of feels like I would say like something like has that Apple box kind of feeling. But of course, that's just marketing presentation, right? What you're interested in is if the product actually works. So, removing the stuff. Some plastic. Okay. So let's see. Just do this, I guess. Yeah. So the kit originally comes with a spoon, and you can also order a fork attachment. And it costed around 180 euro for me. Yeah. It was discounted, but I'm guessing it would kind of stay discounted. So some pamphlet with specifications and stuff. Don't really care right now. And in your smile, I see something more beautiful than the stars. It's nice, I guess. Yeah, and there it is. The spoon itself. So I was assuming, oh yeah, the case. I was assuming it would be actually quite large, like the handle. People were saying it's kind of unwieldy. I don't know, maybe my hands are a bit bigger. It doesn't really feel that big. I don't know. Let's see. Here say a mug for comparison. I mean, it's not super thin or something like that, but it's also like not really unwieldy or anything. can still wield it. Don't know how it will work in the long run when you have to use it constantly, but I think if it works, it will help a lot more for what it does. So this could be a neglectable issue. So I'm not sure how the whole thing works internally. I think I've seen the design already. Yeah, this is probably just to isolate the parts. Okay, let's turn it on. First of all, see how that, if that works. Oh yeah, from what I remember, I have to do this. This has already been taped out. Not sure, maybe they changed that. Okay, let's turn it on. Oops. Let's see, one more time. Yes, now it should be working. I kind of hear this high-pitched noise. Maybe it's just my ears. Anyway, this is the thing. It kind of works, I guess. It depends on how much you're shaking, right? So let's have something like a coin, small coin first. So you have a coin. Try to shake the coin out. It kind of stays, right? That's pretty nice. If you shake a bit too much, yeah, yes, it will not compensate totally. But for small shaking, like a person that kind of like shakes like that, I can see it being quite effective, especially on the vertical axis. Like, I'm not sure if I can kind of show that. Let's see. Let's see if I can show that. Compensates quite good. Yeah. Horizontal, not that greatly, but I think in this case it's mostly the fact that the coin is super flat. There's almost no resistance, and it makes it like shift easily. If I put something with a bit more resistance, I don't know, something that kind of sits in there. Let's use a tip. I mean, I'll wash this thing at the end. Doesn't really matter. Something like that. You can imagine that being an olive, right? Okay, it comes down. So again, like I didn't bring a normal spoon. I should go check and go get one real quick for comparison. So it's supposed to be also sleeping now. Like when you leave it, it's supposed to be in a sleep mode. And then wake up. Yeah, the light changes. I think that's what happens right when I leave it. Blue. I don't know how long it took for that to happen. Now it's green. I guess now it's not working. I'm not sure, honestly. Yeah, because it wakes up pretty fast. Okay, let's put the olive into the other one. Like when you start shaking, the olive goes everywhere, right? I mean, it still stays. I can imagine if you have more than one olive, it's going to be a problem. One thing to note is that the normal spoon, quite large by comparison. Not super large, but still larger, especially the depth. Depth-wise, it's a bit larger. I think that helps in the case of the like it will help if you had it a bit more like if you had a deeper base, but I'm not sure. I've seen people say that it's a problem for them, but maybe not for everybody. So let's see this one again. Like when you start to shake it, it almost barely moves. And I think that's kind of a win in this case, right? I mean, I'm not sure. From what I've seen, it depends on how much shakiness there is in the hands. So people that have too much shakiness, that they wouldn't really be able to use it. Luckily, the company provides a test. The descriptions were like, you just take a piece of paper, right? You cut a square in the middle that's 7 by 7 centimeters. Sorry, I'm not sure how that translates to inches and stuff like that. I guess, what is it like? 2 inches? I'm not sure, 2.5 inches. You have to just kind of do the translation yourself. So you cut a square, and then when you have the square, you hang the piece like this. Give a person a spoon or maybe like a pen, and they have to basically keep the pen inside the square without touching the edges that are like the borders of the cutout. If they manage to do that, they should be able to benefit from the spoon. If they don't, it's likely that it will not be that effective for them and probably even prohibitive. So just to keep in mind, I've only seen this mentioned in some places. It wasn't really a straightforward thing that you can see on the product page or anything like that. So I thought it might be useful for some people. So yeah, I think it kind of works, right? It does compensate for a lot. I mean, I'm not sure if how it exactly translates to a real life situation for a person that really uses it, but I kind of see it being, I kind of see the effect already. So I think they've done pretty good work, and it's not really uncomfortable. I mean, it's not a real like the sensation of a spoon, but you can definitely use it. Like I wouldn't really say it's a problem. So imagine a person trying to get something like this. Yeah, there is no major digging in or anything like that. Like, kind of, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Charging case. I don't know if I have to mention this in this case. It was video. The purpose of the video is more about just having somebody see the results in person, or from a normal person's perspective. But anyway, let's check it out anyway. So there's the charging connection port there. There is the connection port on the spoon itself. Just plug it in, I guess. I'm not sure how. Yeah, you press it a bit, and there is a small slit here. It kind of locks it into place. I guess that charges it. And when you want to use it, you probably just do this. Okay, you kind of grab it from here, and you kind of nudge it out. What else? I'm not sure if this case has, I don't think it's too light to have a battery inside, so I'm pretty sure it's a tethered charging case or stand. It's not something that you can actually take with you. Yeah, I think I saw photos of it having a cover. I'm not sure where that is. Kind of feels like I'm not getting the whole product. I'm not sure why. Doesn't really matter. I mean, with or without a carrying case, I don't really care. There's nothing there. It's just the charging cable. You also have to buy a separate power outlet adapter, right? You only get the cable, and you can either charge it. I don't know. You can either charge it on a computer USB port, or you have to buy the adapter yourself. They're kind of cheap anyway. I mean, in this case, you're really aiming for that medical benefit of the device. It doesn't really matter, at least from my perspective. So yeah, there is no cover, not that I can see any. At least it doesn't really matter that much. yeah, made in China and all that. Let's see. Is there anything else? I don't think there is. Maybe here, specification. Does it really say anything? Let's find the English one. Recommendations. I think it's this one, right? No. Warranty. Okay, this is the English one. So charging will take you, let's see if I can, charging will take you almost 4.5 hours, and translation is also not really good. Anyway, doesn't matter. Put the handle into the main charge storage space. Make sure the contact is good between the charging pin and blah blah blah, cable, connection port. Yeah, that's all pretty straightforward. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like look around on about these things. If anybody maybe finds that useful, but otherwise I think the main part of this kind of like review hands-on thing is done, so you don't really have to watch through anything. So I also ordered the accessory fork. I didn't get it in this box. I'm assuming maybe they ship it in a separate box. I'm kind of assuming that they ship this one from Amazon directly, and I'm getting the rest of it in a separate box directly from China. And yeah, operating switch, charging pin. There's nothing really. Main operation indicator, this thing here. I was more like thinking, okay, is there something about the standby stuff? Yeah, there is a charging indicator, of course, and what is this? Power signal indicator, sure. Yeah, nothing more. Okay, I think that was it. Once again, excuse me for if my English was too bad to understand. Hopefully not. And I hope it kind of gave you a good idea of what to expect with this device, right? Normal spoon. Let's see. Normal spoon, this spoon. Let's try and hold both of them, shake them at the same time, kind of see the difference. Yeah, one is one goes a lot like up and down, the other one is almost like stationary. That's pretty interesting. Sideways, not that much, but still, it still looks like this one goes a lot on, like on the camera, you kind of see it, right? It covers a distance. The other one, almost no distance. Like, how much can I measure as a distance? I can measure like this much distance, and on this one, almost like no distance. That's pretty interesting. Okay, it kind of convinced me. I don't know. I'm looking forward to hearing from the actual user that's gonna be using it later on, if it helped them, and I hope it helps them, and because otherwise they don't really gonna want to go out to restaurants with people because they're kind of embarrassed of the shakiness and always having problems with eating. You know, people that actually have this problem understand completely how much of a problem this is and how much it can help them. And yeah, I think they will be more inclined to do more social events and even just having an easier life with this thing. So I'm quite happy. I don't think there is a switch here, so I'll just switch it off like this. Yeah, and it plops. Okay, that was it. Thank you for watching, and I hope it was helpful.